It's been fun for me learning because anytime I taste a new rum, I kind of like go over notes and go over like what other people's tasting notes are too. Because I taste it and I see what I can tell you what I tasted, but like sometimes hearing what other people have to say about a certain liquor or a certain taste profile, it strikes up things in your head. And you go, oh yeah, I totally did taste that, and I didn't even pick up on that.
Right,
yeah.
Right. So what's the one of your favorites that you have out there? One that, hey, I'm glad we got this one. It was hard to get. Maybe didn't think we were going to get this one. Mm-hmm. Do you have any rums that come to mind?
Not hard to get ones. I mean, nothing's really that hard to get. Through distributors and stuff like that. It's just like, hey, I want that, and most of the time you can just kind of like look it up and be like, who distributes this, and you figure it out. But Pussler's 15 years is probably my favorite. And it's not hard to get. I mean, Southern Wine Spirits carries it, but it's just a product that I like a lot. It's one of the ones where I have it at home. I drink it here. It just has a good flavor profile. To me, it tastes good. And so, everybody has different tastes and everything. So
yeah,
that may be my favorite, but somebody else's may be something else.
What's the price point on a shot?
On that?
15 here.
I think it's $14.
$14.
Wow, which is, it's a little pricey if you're thinking for like, a shot of rum or whatever. I wouldn't get a shot of it. I would probably get it like neat and kind of sip on it.
Yeah.
Put an ice cube in it maybe. But our rums range anywhere from $5 to $100. So 14's kind of the middle point. We have I think we have a couple $25 and $30 rum. The Black Tot is $100. I think it retails for like $1,000. So it's crazy.
So tell us a little about the cocktail menu. I saw the Giant Flamingo. You guys, is it the 3-hour tour or the
3-hour tour?
3-hour tour you use for that? That's drink, or it's a punch, I guess, for a group of people.
Yeah.
6 or more.
6 or more. Yeah, we don't allow anybody without less than a group of 6 because it's 15 8-ounce cocktails. So you got to think about like if 3 people are having it, they're going to leave pretty hammered. It's not a great idea. We got to still be responsible too.
Right.
And it's kind of one of those things where it's kind of a marketing thing too, where it's like, hey, you get 6 of your friends in here and you order this, and generally that's kind of how it works. It's like people will come in with 6 people just so they can order that.
And those 6 people will tell 6 other people.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's been pretty successful, I think. We sold 5 of them on Saturday, 4 of them on Friday, and they were $100 a pop. So they're not cheap. But we use a lot of alcohol. There's a lot of very great juices and passion fruit, pineapple, there's good stuff in it. It's not cheaply made. It's used Absolute Licks, which is kind of their premium.
Think about it. Yeah. $100 divided by 6 people is not bad. Not that bad at all.
And you're getting 2.5 cocktails each.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah. And you get that cool flamingo on your table.
Yeah, and you get fun stuff too that I won't ruin.
All right, we'll keep it.
Certain people are talking about it already, but it's just something fun to add to it. That I'll order it because I want to know what's going on. So we'll keep it up there.
Nice. Now, you guys are open during the week, starting at what time?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah. 4 o'clock to midnight weekdays, and then 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock on the weekends. And that's just because those are the hours ABC gave us.
Okay.
I didn't really have a choice there.
Right.
Food till 10 during the week, 11 on the weekends?
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, you guys occupying the old crew space.
Yes.
Right? What's the address?
2516 J Street.
Yeah, so where old crew used to be, that's where these guys are at on J Street. Which you guys kind of, just basically your bar is where the old sushi bar used to be, kind of the L-shaped.
We didn't tear down any of that. We didn't really do any construction as far as building new stuff. We pretty much just used everything that was here already and just added to it.
Yeah.
So that's really kind of what it is.
Now, what about you guys? The decor, you mentioned you got some of it from Run Rock. What about the rest of it? Where you? I saw on Facebook you and Tyler were out and about before you guys opened. It was fun watching you guys kind of go around and at other tiki bars and whatnot.
Well, we've collected stuff all over the place. Mugs from every tiki bar we've gone to, and we have a little display case in there that has the mugs in it. Some of the decor we've just kind of got here and there. I was telling Hillary just a little bit while ago that some of our fish floats I actually got at Ross, which you're like Ross, that's weird. I said, well, I found them there and I picked them up. They were $7.99. Why wouldn't I? I mean, and then some of the decorations we just kind of picked up here and there, just random spots, antique fairs, antique stores. Home Depot has some like stuff that we actually got, like little 2.5 foot tall tikis. A lot of our hanging birds, those are all from Home Depot. Which like you wouldn't think like, oh, you got a bunch of tiki stuff at Home Depot? Yeah, we did. And then just kind of just here and there. I mean, we've just been shopping around. There's a really cool spot in Whittier, California called Oceanic Arts. And they pretty much supply...
It's my hometown. I was born in Whittier.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Oceanic Arts?
No, I haven't.
It's like in a weird like little warehouse area district or something.
Okay.
But they like literally supply all of the tiki bars across the nation with decor. Like that's what they do.
Okay.
And most of it they make. It's this guy Bob and Leroy, and they make it all in house. A lot of them do. But it's a cool shop, and the guys are awesome. We have a skull in the bar area, and this guy Leroy made it, and so we've called every time we talk about the skull. Hey, move Leroy over there to that shelf. We just call him Leroy. That's kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, just collecting stuff here and there over time, and we've been collecting for about 2 years, something like that, and then like stuff like that with the boat.
Yeah,
I got a
3/4 of a.
It's a full boat.
Is it a full boat?
It's a full boat,
okay.
Yeah, but so it's a boat that like leans up against the wall, and there's a bench built into it, and you actually sit inside the boat.
And where'd you guys get that?
I got it on Craigslist for free. It was like I was just looking for a rowboat, and I was like going around looking for a rowboat, and I came across one in San Francisco, and I called the guy. He's like, I need it gone today. I was like, I'm on my way. And I went and picked it up, and he's like, what are you going to use it for? It doesn't float. I was like, it's perfect. It's gonna be decor for a tiki bar. He's like, cool, I'll come down and check it out.
There you go.
So, I mean, stuff like that where we just like kind of picked up stuff here and there. I mean, some of these like pylon things that we have, it's like very nautical themed in the back patio, and so we have these like ship dock looking things and stuff, and we just wrap them in rope, and we got those from PG&E.
Oh wow.
AT&T. Sorry, AT&T.
Okay. Those are just old like telephone poles or something?
Yeah, and then but the thing is some of the old telephone poles, they have this stuff called like creosote or something like that.
Yeah.
It basically makes it so they don't rot, but it's toxic.
Right.
So if you cut them and stuff like that, all the toxin leaks
That's-
out. So we got old poles that like either didn't have it or it's all leaked out.
Okay.
So they're not toxic; they're just poles now.
You can eat safely on the back
You
patio.
can eat safely.
What about some of this netting I'm seeing?
Actually, Matt Hull gave us all the netting. He's like a part of the Ohana. He's part of the USBG too. He's done a bunch of different random like cigar tastings or cigar pairings and stuff. And he's kind of done some fun events with the BG here and there. But he's a BG member and he's a Tiki file. And I mean, he was kind of one of the guys who I would turn to for like advice when we were kind of building this place. I think, hey, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? What things work well and don't work well? And he was one guy, and then Brenda, who was also part of the BG, she was kind of giving us good advice, and Scott Miller, who is an investor in this.
Okay.
So
Scott.
people who are really into that community kind of were ones that helped us out, and we listened to them because it was one of those things where the Ohana, the Sacramento Ohana I talked about earlier, they're like a group of tiki people who have their homes decorated like our bar. Yeah. But their entire homes are like that.
We did a podcast.
At Brenda's, right?
Yeah.
So we turned to that community because it was like, you guys are going to have the best idea of what this place should look like, and we're going to listen to that. And I've been part of the Ohana myself for the last 2 years because they do their home bar crawl every year, and they kind of dubbed Tank House as one of the spots, which is cool because we were one of the only bars on their home bar crawl. But they knew I did tiki stuff, so they were like, can we stop by? Can you do a special for us?
Right.
And so I would like make drinks for them on like whatever Friday it was or whatever day they chose out. And it worked out cool, and it got me connected with that community, which in turn kind of like turned me on to this other like bigger tiki community who's like, it's worldwide. It's crazy how how much people are into this.
Like conventions?
They do a convention in San Diego every year called Tiki Oasis, which I went to this year, and it was amazing. It's so fun. Basically, take this the hotel. I can't remember what hotel it is off the top of my head for some reason. But anyhow, they rent out the entire place to Tiki Oasis, and it's super fun. They have room parties in like every floor of the hotel. I mean, and the place is going until 5 in the morning. And you can just walk in and out of everybody's hotel room because they're having these room parties. They're sponsored by rum companies too.
Jeez.
So I mean, like, Golden Tiki had a room party and it was sponsored by Twister's Rum. So of course I'm there hanging out because I'm kind of like a little bit friends with the rep now. through different events that we've done together, and you just go and you just have a great time, and it's all like-minded people, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird too, because you're just like, this is people's lives. They're into this so much. And then you get into it, so you're like, oh, I'm that person.
Yeah.
I'm that person that I thought was weird before.
It's like you've been to a Comic-Con where like,
yeah,
you realize,
same thing.
Damn, these people are really
They're really into
Japanese anime, you know, or whatever it is.
It's the same thing. And I guess it's kind of the same thing for anything. I mean, when people really get into sports, you know, when people really get into, you know, Comic-Con or something like that, or, you know, anything that people are really into and really passionate about, you know, there's groups of it. So
yeah. So what do you think, Kimo? What, like, I know you worked at, you know, different bars. What attracted you to work here?
I first started seeing the post pop up and started seeing the idea, and I was just like on Tyler, on Melissa, on Buddy. Like, look.
Not literally. You weren't on Buddy, literally.
Just wanna.
One time it happened, right?
What do I got to do to get my foot in the door?
I think I've seen this question before. Usually there's a couch involved now.
Just like to be able to wear a Hawaiian shirt to work every day. You know, I got over the years being a Hawaiian, and you know, I wear Hawaiian shirts pretty frequently. Even before I started working here, you know, on Fridays I'll wear them to work, and I told Tyler, like, look, I don't, even if I have to bar back, like, I just want to get my foot in the door, and just persistence. And you know, I'm kind of glad that I got hired on as a bar back to start, to kind of see a little more of like the behind the scenes stuff that some of the bartenders are just so busy because the bar's so full, they don't probably not know where everything's at,
right?
Or, you know, plus to kind of ease my way into it, and you know, because it is a lot of rums, a lot of cocktails, a lot of
yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense, and this is so like, so you guys are still pretty brand new, like, you know, let's say it's a year from now. What do you kind of envision this place like? You know, do you have any like phase 2? Or are you just still trying to kind of be, you know?
Yeah, there's some things we're thinking about already, kind of in the works. I mean, we're thinking about summertime out here in the patio area where we are, about ways to make it so people want to hang out here. I mean, it's nice right now, but I mean, in the summertime it's going to be super hot, so we're kind of thinking about putting like a shade over the entire thing, or even the company that built some of our structures in there, Palapa Pros, we were kind of like tossing around the idea of them just building up one big Palapa structure over the whole patio.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Which would look really cool. But yeah, there's different ideas we have in the works, and there's different things we're already kind of talking about. We're already starting to planning for like our 1-year anniversary to release a special edition mug.
Oh, nice.
Which we already have our own mugs. I mean, we have a coconut mug that Tiki Farm did for us, and then we have a really cool Mai Tai glass that a Tiki artist named Tiki Tony. I feel like I said Tiki like a million times in like the last year. But
is there a synonym? Is there another word you could use?
I don't think there is.
Polynesian
pop. I don't know. Anyhow, this guy Tiki Tony designed our Mai Tai glass for us. So we already have a couple like custom glassware, but we talked to one guy, John Mulder, who does Ikum Bukum, and he wants to do our 1-year anniversary mug, and he wants to basically I talked to him about basically making it after a mug that this local lady, Wendy Savola, did for us. Mm-hmm. So Wendy does really, really cool mugs for like different things. She does one for the home bar crawl every year.
Okay.
She also does like custom mugs, so you could like, hey, I really want a Kiss Tiki mug. And somebody asked her that, and she made all 4 of the band members Tiki mugs of Kiss. And it was like, she does really cool, fun stuff like that. And her art's amazing. She sells it pretty good money too. So,
yeah.
But she's one who designed a mug just for me, or for us. But I kind of hit her up, and so we kind of talked to Ikum Bukum about creating a special mug for us for the first anniversary of the mug she made.
Nice.
So it would be her design, but he would mass produce it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Is there like is there a certain holiday tied to Tiki, or is it, you know? It's kind of a year-round.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's just kind of a year-round thing. I mean, I think kind of people talk about the idea of, you know, the Polynesian pop culture kind of stealing from Polynesian culture, you know, and I don't really think it does. I think it's one of those things where it's kind of its own separate thing. I mean, yeah, obviously, you'll see paintings of Hawaiian girls topless doing hula dance, and it's like, yeah, I kind of